Hey Bible lovers, I'm Tim Nichols and I'm here to bring you Nicholsworth, and today we are featuring from Thomas Nelson, the NET Large Print Thinline Art Edition. Now what the NET Large Print Thinline Art Edition does is it takes the concepts of the artwork on the covers of the Abide journals on the NAT, and it takes the concepts of the large print Thinline and kind of merges them into one Bible. Now I have here a large print Thinline NET. Now this has actually been rebound by Rebound Retreasured Bibles, and it is a 10.5 font. It has a paragraph setting in your narrative writings, and then when you get into your poetic settings, you will notice it is verse by verse. So this is going to be the same layout as this, but the pagination is different because it has a few features that this one does not. This does not have book introductions, and it does not have the artwork. So let's take a look at the cover. First of all, it's really pretty blue. It's kind of like a marbled. It's got a black kind of antiquing to it. It's got the stamped lamb on the cover, and you will notice this stamped lamb on your Art Edition Abide Bibles as well, and your journals. So anyhow, the spine, really nice. It's got some indented spine hubs here, and it's gold stamped. It is not embossed there, but these are. It looks pretty nice. And of course, one thing about Thomas Nelson and Zondervan, sister companies from HarperCollins Christians, is you're always going to get fantastic ribbons. Now, one knock, if I could give it on this, is the ribbons aren't very well placed in this one. They're almost kind of stacked, and that glue's kind of funky. But again, this is a $30 Bible. Ribbon replacements are easy, and most people, stacked ribbons don't bother them. It's just a personal preference for me. So now let's take a look at what makes this different from this one. Okay, we do have a paper liner. It does seem to have a little bit of bookbinding tape here, so it probably will hold it together. But paper liners are always kind of risky because they have a tendency to rip right here. I really wish that all publishers would just go with a synthetic liner just for durability. You have the presentation page on the liner, which I think is nice because it kind of just gets it out of the way. And then as you get into the layout, of course, you have this 10.5 font in the comfort print from the NET, nice and bold, nice and dark. It has your chapter headings and your subtitles. Every now and then it does have notes. This isn't going to have, obviously, the full notes that you're used to with the NET full notes, but this is a very readable. This is designed to be read, not just for study and for notes. So a few things. Let's get to the beginning of a book, and I will show you what makes this one really cool. It has wood stamped art. And again, you will notice that this is the same art that is on the cover of your Abide journal notebooks. And then it has a double column, kind of a brief book introduction in the same font and format as your text. So this is really, really sharp. I like it. I like that they use the same concept. And again, let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 22 in this one, and you will see that it is the exact same text as this, but it's not paginated the same. So let's get to chapter 23, and you will see that it is 100% line on. Bam, exactly the same. So the exact same text block, but again, you will notice this one's on page 209. This one is on page 99. And as you get further through the text, that's going to get more and more far apart. Now at the end, if we just go to the back, it does have your Nelson maps, Zondervan maps as well. They're virtually the same. It has a few blank pages for notes. It has some reading plans, and that's it. You're at the end of the book of Revelation. There's no concordance, not a whole lot of extras. This thing is probably right at an inch, maybe just a little more over than an inch thick. So if you like this layout, but you like book introductions, and you really like the artwork in the Abide journals, this is really a cool option. This blue cover is beautiful. Their leather soft is really, really good. Now, one thing about it is you'll notice it has a tendency not to close. That's kind of a peeve of mine, but also the gilding. The gilt work on this is pretty sharp. It's perimeter sewn. So what I love about what Thomas Nelson is doing with their lower end, low cost Bibles, you can get this around $30, is they do not cheat on the ribbons. They do not cheat on the spine. They don't cheat on the artwork. They do not cheat on the text block. This looks to be around a 33 GSM. It is line matched. I mean, it has all the features of a premium. And another thing about this, let's see if you can get that in the camera. Check that out. That is what you call overcast stitching. That is a premium feature. You don't see a lot of overcast stitching, even on some premium Bibles. And what that does is it kind of cinches that text block together and really kind of makes it stronger. So this thing is awesome. It'd be beautiful to get a rebound, but even if you just want a cheap option to kind of bang around and beat around, this is absolutely perfect. This is actually the next translation I'm going to read, and this is the copy I'm going to read. So I'll probably do a follow-up on this and let you know what I think of the NET as a translation. The full notes option is fantastic. I highly recommend that. I'll go ahead and put a link to that one in the description as well. Anyhow, I love it. Keep calm. Jesus on. This is your Nichols Worth.